So, good morning, Suresh, Kumar, Reddy, Akepati. Welcome to the chat session for Eurasia Research. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Thank you so much for agreeing to this chat session, and it's a pleasure for us to have you today. Starting with the chat session, first, I would like to introduce you to my viewers of the chat session. So, today we have with us Suresh Kumar Reddy Akepati, DBA Research Scholar from SP Jain School of Global Management. So, Suresh Kumar Reddy Akepati participated in our online Singapore conferences and you presented your research on the topic of empirical study, role of leadership, organization culture, and employee engagement on the adoption of continuous improvement by IT. So, could you explain your research topic a little bit to our viewers of this chat session?
Sure. Let me give you a little bit of background before I go into my topic details. Lean in industry has been there for a very long time. Okay? And I'm working in a manufacturing company where lean has been adopted quite significantly for last 50 years, 50, 60 years. We have been doing a lot of lean. And it has been always in the functions. When I say functions, I'm talking about finance, sourcing, manufacturing, shop floor. With that background, I have spent a lot of time in lean, doing lean projects as well, which was giving either productivity or cost savings for the business. So I was thinking about why don't I do a little bit of deep dive into how this whole lean is adopted by the IT function, right? IT does a lot of work for the business, but I wanted to see how lean can impact within IT. Now that topic was pretty broad, so I had to narrow it down. So within the lean, there are a lot of things, and I picked up continuous improvements as a focused area to look at how continuous improvements is adopted within IT. Right? Now, there are a lot of factors that influence adoption, any kind of adoption, and same case for continuous improvements as well. So then I narrowed down to why don't I pick up 2 or 3 variables which I can go deep dive and then do a paper on it to understand how it influences the adoption within the IT organization, right? So again, I wanted to contextualize it to IT as a function because I am from IT. And that's how I picked up this topic. And I wanted to go a little bit deeper into this topic.
Okay. Thank you so much for explaining your research and the background story. How did you select the topic? So, what were the challenges that you faced in your research journey? I sure there were a lot, but I need to hear from you.
Yeah. See, I'm not an academician. I'm a professional. I've 20 plus years of experience in IT. And I'm the chief digital officer for one of the Fortune 50 companies. So it was very difficult for me to move from my mindset from professional corporate to an academic kind of a mindset, right? Academics has a lot of questions, open questions, less answers. In corporate world, we have more answers, less questions. So it's a very, very different world. The first thing for me was to unlearn what I have learned in my corporate life for the last 20 years before I start my journey to do some research. I think that was one of the biggest learnings, I would say. I should first think I don't know anything, right? Versus in corporate, I know things, then I make decisions. Here, I don't know anything. I need to go find out answers for some of my questions. That was the first big change or the challenge that I had to overcome. The second one was just referencing 2 or 3 research articles is not enough. There has to be a broad, I would say, study of all the different variables and the research area that I am interested in. I should not just look at IT as a function. I just need to look at continuous improvement in various industries, in various topics, in various functions. So that was the second challenge. So I had to go through a lot of articles, a lot of journals, a lot of research work that has happened even in the corporate world, not through academia, but through consulting companies, like big consulting companies like Gartner or Accenture or McKinsey. So
Yeah.
I had to go through a lot of these things. So this was another challenge as well, going through a lot of stuff required for me to formulate what is that I want to deep dive in. That was the second challenge, I would say. The third one, obviously, being in corporate world, the time was a big factor for me.
Yeah.
And I had to find time, quality time to dedicate to do quality work. I would say these are the top three challenges I
Okay.
had to overcome.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey. So, what was the motivation to continue your research even after facing those challenges that you just mentioned?
So, see, I've been in the industry for such a long time that I kind of have a mindset, right? How to deal with things. I want to break that.
Yeah.
To break it, I want to wear a different hat, right? A learner. Um, Normally, we don't deep dive too much into stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of my consulting companies or partners do the
Mm.
research work and they come
Mm.
up with an outcome
Yeah.
and just tell us these are the outcomes. Then I pick and choose which outcome I want to go ahead for my company.
Yeah.
Now, but I wanted to take a step back and do the actual research piece, and that motivated me in moving in this path.
Moving. Thank you so much for sharing. So, what advice would you like to give to young researchers who are just starting out in the research? Well, like as you explained, you were from a corporate and you were also a young academician, basically. So, what were the things that a person or a young researcher should keep in mind so that he doesn't face any kind of problems, so that he just quits the research work?
I think that's a very, very good question that you asked, right? Unless we are self-motivated, research is not going to work.
Hmm.
We will lose it, or we will feel why I'm doing this, and we will drop off.
Yeah.
I think the first and most important thing is clarity in mind.
Hmm.
Okay, I should be very clear on why I want to do it and what I want to do.
Hmm.
If I have I mean, most of the time things fizzle out because of lack of clarity,
Hmm.
which results in lack of focus.
Yeah.
So, if we have clarity, automatically focus will come. And once focus comes, the motivation will automatically be there to carry forward, right?
Hmm.
There have been a lot of times where lack of time made me feel I should stop,
Yeah.
right? Um, I mean, why I'm spending so much of time? What is the benefit of it? Uh, Sometimes the research doesn't have benefits which are tangible,
Hmm.
but there are a lot of hidden benefits. Like
Yeah.
it helps us become more methodological, right, on
Hmm.
doing things.
Thing.
We will not conclude stuff before we do. We have to follow the procedures
Yeah.
so that we can conclude, right? Don't start with the conclusion.
Yeah.
So I would say three key things: clarity,
Hmm.
focus, and being open-minded. If these three things come early on in our research stage, all other things will fall in place, right? We
Yeah.
need not worry about, hey, whether I will have the audience to give me the data,
Hmm.
right? Tools, techniques, all of these things will fall in place if we have clarity, focus, which will automatically bring in motivation.
Motivation. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and insight with the viewers of the chat session. I am sure it will help the viewers a lot. So, what is your positive feedback on the conference you attended, the Singapore online conference?
No, I think for me, it's a good learning, right?
Yeah.
I always like to learn, uh, which is very important. Constant learning is key for keeping up to date and keep
Yeah.
moving in the pace that we want to move.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons for me to come for a conference was to learn, right?
Hmm.
To learn. And we have done a lot of corporate presentations, but it is very different to do a corporate presentation versus an academic presentation.
Hmm.
And for me, I tried to blend these things together, and I was very happy that people liked it.
Hmm.
The way I presented it was not too much of text or too much of, I would say, written sentences. It was more engaging and stuff, which was really positive feedback for me. I think as academicians, we get people feel we are bored. We
Hmm.
bore them with
Yeah.
lot of information, with lot of text. And one of the learnings that I would say I took from this conference was how to make academic presentations as well more interesting,
Yeah.
so that audience feel comfortable about it. That's one thing I would say I learned. Another one I also learned was from my fellow people, how they were presenting their stuff, what kind of areas that they are looking at, and especially in my management area, lot of similarities are there.
Yeah.
Probably it's a similar type of variables people are researching in a different context, in a different area, in a different function, whether it is related to ESG, whether it is related to logistics, whether it is related to something else. I think pretty much the variables are clear, but
Yeah.
how those variable influence things is what people are trying to research.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of learnings that we can have from fellow researchers as
Participants.
well, and which will cut down our research time.
Yeah.
Right? We need not reinvent the wheel. We just need to figure it out. What are the things other people are researching, and what are the small things that are probably I should pick up and move forward. I think these are some of the learnings that I got from the conference.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful feedback with us and your experience with us. So, we are really grateful to have you, and it would be a great pleasure to see you in our future conferences as well if you research on another topic in future. So, it will be a pleasure for us. Thank you so much for having the chat session with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great
Have
day
a good
ahead.
day. Happy New Year. Bye bye.
Happy New Year to you too. Bye.